Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how to cook pierogies. Something that's very simple, but there's a couple tricks, especially where we are right now. We're at a very high altitude, so this can be a little tricky. So anyway, to start off, you want to get your water boiling rapidly, like so. And you just drop in the pierogies one at a time. Like so. And as soon as they're in the water, you want to give them a stir because they are going to start to stick really quickly. So keep stirring until they come back to a rapid boil. So as long as the pierogies are moving in the water, then they're not going to stick, and that's what you want. So we're just going to keep an eye on them until they come back to a boil. Hi, so now our pierogies have been boiling for about 5 minutes. So at this point, if you want them crispy, I always fry them. So the reason why we boil and then fry is because boiling cooks the dough much nicer than actually just throwing them in a frying pan. So this is my preferred way of cooking pierogies. So I'm just going to take them out using a slotted spoon and throwing them into the frying pan. So I'm cooking 5 pierogies because typically that's a meal for me. So into the frying pan we want to put in a good amount of butter because we want to get them crispy. So you can also put pierogies in an air fryer. So what I recommend, if you do want to air fry, dip them or spray them with a little bit of oil before putting them into the air fryer, and that makes them that much more crispy. But if you don't feel like doing that, it's fine to put them in the air fryer from frozen. So for pierogies, we always cook them from frozen. You don't ever thaw pierogies. So at this point you can put in a little bit of seasoning, or you can add at the end different sauces for pierogies. So pierogies go with almost anything. So sometimes I like to have them with a little bit of gravy, but the typical Ukrainian way is you have pre-fried bacon, you put that on top, add a little bit of sour cream, and that's the traditional Ukrainian way. Certain flavors of pierogies, like the ones we make, are spicy beef. I like to have them with some sweet Thai chili sauce, maybe a little bit of sour cream. Sometimes I'll use mushroom soup, sometimes I'll use marinara just to change it up. But pierogies go with almost anything. So the pierogies I'm cooking today are potato, cheese, onion, and bacon. So because they have a lot of flavor already on the inside, I really don't need to add much to them other than a little bit of sour cream. And we want to cook them just so they're lightly golden brown on both sides. So they're just starting to get a little bit crispy on the one side. So that only takes a couple minutes. So in total, you know, this is a really fast and easy meal. You're cooking the pierogies and they're done in about 15 minutes. Okay, so I'm just turning over the pierogies now. They're just lightly golden brown on the one side. So they'll be done in a couple more minutes. All right, these pierogies are ready to eat. So we're just going to throw them on a plate. They're nice and crispy on both sides. And voila! Perogies! My favorite. So now all I'm gonna do is throw on some good sour cream on these pierogies and we are good to go. Lunch is served. Voila!